High-earning Londoners who live in social housing are being told they should pay rent linked to their salary. The call comes from a think tank which claims 1 in 6 social housing tenants in the capital earns more than the average London wage. But critics say any scheme linked to earnings will discourage people from working harder. Nick Beak reports.
Victorian houses in Canning Town face a really modern development. A group of 39 council houses all looking onto the green.
By the 1960s, there was social housing across London, society's safety net, which guaranteed traditionally a roof over the head of the workers of this city.
And in all ways, these are family houses.
Today, a quarter of all households in London are said to be social housing. Here on the Churchill Gardens estate in Pimlico, there are 1,600 homes, some less affluent, but there are also signs of considerable wealth. But it's not just hawkers, canvassers and street musicians who are being singled out these days. High earners who live in social housing also find themselves in the spotlight, with many people asking why should the taxpayer subsidise their accommodation. The government wants councils or housing associations to be able to charge the market rate once a household income exceeds £60,000. Today, one think tank said that could mean a doubling in rent for some Londoners.
We've been doing some work and feel that that sudden jump from 59,000 to 60,000, your rent doubles, is not a very practical suggestion. We think there should be a more progressive taper, that people's rents go up according to what they can pay, what is affordable for them, and that starts at around 30,000 a year and would affect about 16%.
That means about 115,000 households, according to the Centre for London. It claims the scheme would generate £300 million, 10 times the government's own proposal. And the money could be used to build 3,000 new homes a year for those who need them most.
The estate that I've lived in for the last 7 years, this estate was built in the late 1950s.
Fabian has lived in his council house in Camden for 7 years. He and local Labour politicians think the proposal isn't fair.
As a self-employed taxi driver, I probably would find that it wouldn't incentivise me if I thought that basically I was going to have to pay more rent because my earnings were going to go up to a certain threshold.
One minister said today he welcomed new ideas on making social housing fairer, just one of many housing headaches this city faces. Nick Beak, BBC London News.
Researchers in America say there's a link between children exercising during their school day and benefits to